Hello, 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 everybody. You guys know how I do. I'm always running late. It's nice to see you guys. Hello, hello, hello. Give me a thumbs up to let me know if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me. I want to see roses. I want to see flowers. And hello, hello, hello. It's been a minute. It's been a long time since I left you guys. Sorry. Just had a lot going on in my life. I just honestly haven't had time. And I am so sorry. I just haven't had time. Um, I've been on social media, but I just haven't had time to really do podcast and all that wonderful stuff. So I had time today. So hello everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It feels good to be back actually. It actually really does. Yes. I mean, there's just been so much going on in the world of success, hasn't there been? Yes, give me a thumbs up. Flowers, roses, popping bottles, because today is a good day and we're all here. Hopefully, everybody's healthy. And I'm just glad to be here and a part of this Success Squad community. All right, I'm looking in the chat. Yes, yes, good morning, everybody. Depending on where you're at. Oh, if you're in the live chat, let me know where you're from. Okay? Let me know where you be. Represent your community. Everybody knows my story. I was born in South Carolina. I was raised in Cali, more so Central Cali to be exact, but I'm back here living in South Carolina. So, of course, I'm an American through and through and through. But Success Squad, we are an international community. We are wide on all sides of the globe, right? We represent the world. It's funny how people think that Success Squad, that we're a bunch of bots, right? Or that we're paid. No, we're not. So I'm going to go ahead and look into the chat to see who is with me. Miss Lydia, hello, hello, hello. I missed you. And I love you. Susie Q. Susie Q. Hey, hey, hey. It's good to see you. I know it's been a minute and I'm so sorry, guys. But like I said, I've just had a lot going on, you know, and I've just been so dead tired. And I've been keeping up on the sexist news, with Harry and Meghan, because there's just so much always going on with our faves. Always good, positive stuff going on with our faves, right? Always good. They're doing good. Show up and do good, right? That's what our faves do. They show up and they do good. And the world sees it. And the world knows it. Seriously. Our faves, they're in a really good place right now. Wouldn't you agree? Carolyn, hello, hello. Faith, hello, hello, hello. Let me see. Is that Cinderella? Hello, hello, hello. Seriously, I'm glad that you guys have joined me this morning because, to be honest, I really haven't put anything together. I'm just going to be talking about stuff that comes off the top of my head. I haven't written any notes. I don't have an agenda. So really, this truly is a family chat. Okay, it really honestly is. H Knight, hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. Dolores Williams, hello. Let's see. Jacqueline, hello. Lorna, how are you doing? I see Jamaica is in the house. Of course, of course, of course. Georgia is in the house. Let's see. All right. Let's see. R. Carter's from Southern California. Hello, hello. Are you a Dodgers fan? I'm not. Huh. No, I'm not. And I don't care that Megan's cousin Mookie plays on the Dodgers. I don't care. It's serious when it comes to, Northern California versus Southern California. That's serious. I'm a San Francisco Giants fan. But I will say that I'm happy to see that the World Series championship is on the West Coast because I can't stand them Yankees. Right? Like Ice Cube said, stankies. All right, North Carolina's in the house. I see my American squaddies are here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Let's see. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Kenneth. Nice to see you. V, hello, hello, hello. All right, Black Queen, my Black Queen. How are you? All right, I'll be looking throughout the chat to give you guys a shout out because, again, it's been a minute since I've done a live podcast. It's been a minute since I've done a podcast, period. Um, so, I see I lost train of thought. So, I'm here. I'm here. Like I said, I got time today. Bright Eyes, how are you? Yes, Oakland is in the house. Absolutely. All right. Dee Dee, hello. Anne, hello, hello. Well, thank you, Anne. I appreciate that message. All right. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been busy. I have. I've been busy. Um, and things have kind of slowed down now. So, like I said, I have time today. But what's awesome about the Success Squad community is the fact that there are so many um, other squatty creators out there that you guys can listen to that are way more consistent than I am, which is awesome. So, like I've always done on these live podcasts or my podcast, period, is you definitely have to support other pro success podcasts because there's a lot. I mean, there's just so much um, hate targeted uh, podcast creators that are on YouTube. I mean, they're all over the place on YouTube, and it's sad, and it's very unfortunate, and it's horrible, it's horrific, and it's disgusting because I mean, a lot of those hate target podcasts. I mean, all they do is lie, and they make up some of the most horrific, disgusting um, lies about Meghan and Harry, and even their children. I mean, you have got to be a sorry mother sucker to target somebody's children. You know what I mean? And I've come across some really disgusting things about H&M's children by these hate target podcasts that are on YouTube. And sometimes it's depressing. And sometimes I honestly do. I'm going to let you squatties know. There are times where I'm honestly like, man, should I really be doing podcasts on YouTube? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I do feel like I'm adding or supporting a platform that is hate targeting our faves. And sometimes I do struggle with that. Sometimes I do have inner conflict with that. But then I think, well, damn, Special K thoughts. There's got to be an alternative, right? There's got to be an alternative. So I want to give a shout out to Pro Podcasts like my girl. Um, I can't even think of her name. Oh my gosh, I can't even think of Six's name. But you guys know who I'm talking about. And it was funny because I was listening to her podcast yesterday, and okay, it just hit me. Royally Speaks. Okay, please make sure that you listen to her. Listen to Baron, right? Um, who else is out there? What's the guy's name? I don't really listen to him, but I heard that he's really good. Dre. I heard he got punked though. I heard he went on some hate channel. He was like a guest on a hate channel. He got punked. Hey, Cookies and Cream. V speaks royally. Please make sure that you support her because she's very consistent. I was listening to her yesterday. Podcast was very good. But her podcasts are always very good. There's a lot of them out there. I can't think of them all. But anyway, so I'm glad to be back. And let's go ahead and get started. Again, I have not really prepared anything for this live podcast. I really honestly haven't. So I'm just going to think of stuff off the top of my head because we know that there's a lot going on, not only with our faves, but the welfare royals across the pond, right? Big news about those guys, right? But come on now. Before we get into that F shit, right? Before we get into that, um, it's just really hard for me to believe. Are there any UK squatties in the chat? It's just really hard for me to believe that the majority of the anyway, all right, let's go ahead and get started. You guys can't hear me. All right, let's see. Can you hear me now? Okay, so it must be my hands or my fingers. So I need to watch what my hands and my fingers are doing. Okay, so I'll keep it just like this. Okay? Okay. So let me see if I can put this like this. Hopefully this will work. Let's see. I probably should have done this earlier. All right. All right, can you guys still hear me? All right, so if you can't hear me, let me know. I'll be looking throughout the chat to see if you guys are sending messages saying that you can't hear me. Okay? All right. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about our faves because there has been a lot going on with our faves and they've been doing good work, right? They really honestly have been showing up and doing good work. Let's go ahead and talk about Prince Harry. Okay? Let's talk about Prince Harry, the people's prince, right? He's been doing so much. Okay? And I know you guys have been checking out the work that he did in with Sintabale, right? When he was in um, South Africa, and also when he did his trip to New York. And actually, Prince Harry was recently, well, he wasn't in New York, but he actually um, did a video. He was in New York via video, right? At the United Nations, right? This was real recent. And a lot of us had no idea that he was going to be doing that, right? So, again, I'm kind of talking all over the place because I didn't prepare for this podcast. But what was it last week, Squatties? About last week, right? Prince Harry attended a meeting at the United Nations, right, with a whole bunch of military brass, right? But he attended via video. He was on video screen, okay, and he was there to represent the Invictus Games, right? Um, he was there and he was talking about the power of sport, and he was talking about how important the Invictus Games is. And that was a pleasant surprise, wasn't it, Squatties? A pleasant surprise. I mean, our favorite prince, Prince Harry, he's actually a regular at the United Nations representing the Invictus Games, or he's representing, right, Cintabale, or he's representing Africa Parks, or he's representing Travelist, right? I mean, my goodness, you talk about show up and do good work. Prince Harry is a statesman. He really, honestly is. He is a statesman. Okay, but I'm pretty sure you guys in the chat, right? You guys saw it last week. I think it was last week, right? Where Prince Harry, he attended a meeting via video screen at the United Nations with other military brass to talk about the Invictus Games, to talk about the power of sport. Okay, it's unfortunate that we didn't get the video of what he actually said. I don't think we did, right? But I mean, it was awesome. He was at the. I mean, he was. I just love Prince Harry, right? I just love him. He was at the United Nations, and what was going on at the United Nations? What was that? Was it NATO? I think it was NATO, right? He was there at NATO. Anybody know in the chat? Let's see. I'm looking at the chat right now. Oh, somebody's got the flu? Oh, okay. Melissa Rivers, thank you. Melissa Rivers, yes, thank you. Melissa Rivers says, yes, Prince was at NATO. Okay. I mean, isn't that awesome? Seriously. See, what I love about Prince Harry and our girl Meghan is that they just keep their head down and they continue to do good work. They continue to do what they always said that they were going to do when they decided to no longer be working royals. That they were going to support their charities, that they were going to start this foundation, which is Archwell Foundation, and that they were going to continue to participate in social causes that are dear to their heart. So I thought it was a great, pleasant surprise to see Prince Harry with military brass at NATO, right? Talking about the Invictus Games, talking about the power of sport. Beautiful, beautiful thing. But before that happened, which I think was last week, right? I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at what you guys are talking about. Our favorite prince, he was busy, wasn't he? He was busy. September, his birthday, our favorite prince, the global prince, was busy. Okay? He was basically working on his birthday. His whole birthday month, Prince Harry was working. Right? He went to New York. Right? I mean, and just showed up and showed out, right? I mean, my goodness, he was at the Clinton Global, what was it called? The Clinton Global Initiative. Let me go ahead and go on the website, okay? Because I'm just going to be saying stuff that's not correct, and we don't want to do that, right? We want to make sure that we're being um, correct when we talk about our faves, right? I know you guys know what I'm talking about, but there might be people in the chat, there might be people listening who absolutely have no idea, who are, just casual fans, or there could be some haters that are listening, because we all know that there are haters, right, that love to listen um, to pro success podcasts, right? So let me go ahead and go on success.com. Okay. Let's see. Bam! Do you see it? All right. So, yes, September. Okay, I'm on success.com right now. Let's see. September, seriously, was a busy month. His birthday month for Prince Harry. I mean, he was working. He was working day and night. Okay. Okay, so we all know also too that, let's see here, hold on. So September, like I said, was a busy birthday month for Prince Harry, right? And there was a spotlight on youth mental health. Okay. Now, mental health is serious, y'all. Like, seriously. I know here in the United States of America, it's a serious subject because people are being more vocal and speaking out more about their mental health, right? Especially young people. Okay, young people are having a voice about their mental health. And Prince Harry, Archwell Foundation, they had a spotlight on mental health, and they've always had a spotlight on mental health, right? They're serious about mental health, and they are serious about making sure that young people have a platform to be able to discuss their mental health. Okay. So in September, Prince Harry, right? Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, right? He made a meaningful appearance at the, let's see, I want to say Concordia Summit in New York. This is about when Prince Harry, okay, he had this trip to New York. It was a business trip to New York, okay, and he was out there, right, representing the Diana Award, okay, and while he was there in New York, he participated in the Concordia Summit in New York, representing Diana Award. And the annual summit is a nonpartisan global affairs forum that brings together leaders from the public and private sectors to address pressing challenges. Okay. And of course, he participated in a panel along with the CEO, Dr. I guess it's Tessie Oho, right? She has been, right, the doctor, the CEO of the Diana Award, right, Dr. Tessie Oho. I don't know if I'm saying her last name right. She has been the CEO for years, right? I want to say probably over 20 years. Okay, so obviously she's doing a great job. But she, along with Prince Harry, right, they engaged in a very heartfelt discussion with the Diana Award winners. Okay. And, with the Diana Award winners, they discussed the challenging mental health issues that young people are facing. Okay. So that was a really good look, not only for Prince Harry, but for the Diana Awards as well, here in these United States of America. Okay. Because as an American, I'm not too sure if the Diana Awards are that universally known in America. American Squatties, help me out with that one. I just don't think it is. I don't really hear too many Americans love Princess Diana, don't get me wrong, but I don't think many of us Americans universally know about the Diana Awards. Okay, so I thought that that was a great um, opportunity to really platform the Diana Awards here in America. So good job, Prince Harry, on that, on bringing the Diana Awards here in America, and representing the Diana Awards here in America in one of the biggest cities in America, which is New York. So that was a good look for Prince Harry. Okay. So kudos to him for that. And you know what's crazy is, across the pond, when they talked about the Diana Awards, all they wanted to talk about was Prince Harry and Prince William's relationship. That's all they wanted to talk about. Okay? But I guarantee you, in New York, they weren't talking about that. Okay? I guarantee you, in New York, they were talking about the Diana Awards, they were talking about the winners, and they were talking about this summit, right? And really keying in on what the winners had to say about the challenging issues that they face with their mental health. All right. How you guys doing in the chat? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Anybody else joined us? Hello, Wendy. All right, I'm looking at comments. So Wendy says, same week, Prince Harry received honors from NATO military officials. Congratulations for Invictus and wounded veterans. Meanwhile, Baldy had his homeless docuseries shown with low ratings. We'll get into that a little later. I don't want to keep you guys too long on this live podcast. Because again, I didn't really prepare for this podcast. I just knew I had time today. And, I just wanted to do a live podcast. But anyway, Wendy, thanks for the clarification on that. Seriously, thank you for the clarification on that. And thank you for the information on that. Because NATO is a serious thing. It's a huge thing, right? Our NATO allies really mean a lot to us here in the United States. Don't let the right wing, far right wing media fool you. They do. They mean a lot to us here in the United States. And those ties are strong. And again, I can't express enough how much it was a huge deal for Prince Harry to be seen in a meeting with NATO military leaders. That's huge. And he's there representing the Invictus Games. He's there representing himself. He's there on his own merit. Okay? He's not there representing the royal family. He's there representing the Invictus Games. He's there representing Prince Harry. Because of the man that he is. That's huge. That is huge. Okay? Seriously, that's huge. I can't express that enough. All right, so, and again, with the Diana Awards, he was given a platform in New York to represent the Diana Awards. That is huge. I'm telling you, man, Prince Harry is doing big things on his own. I can't express that enough. He is showing up and showing out here in these United States of America. That's huge, y'all. That's huge. Seriously, that is huge. All right. Oops. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. I actually logged out of Sussex.com. All right. All right. Back to news. So again, like I was saying, right? Prince Harry, he was working on his during his birthday month, right? His birthday month was September. Any Virgos in the house? Any Virgos in the house? All right. So he had this huge trip in New York, and we've already discussed the Diana Awards in New York, right? But really, Prince Harry started off working his birthday month in California, right? Remember that? Remember his appearance? He was at 1805 Live, Montecito, California, right? That's really when he started it off. And I'm so happy. I was so happy to see that. I was happy to see that Prince Harry, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Meghan, are still continuing to support 1805 Live. I don't know how many times I've said it on my podcast, but it is so important, and I'm serious when I say this, it is so important that we see the Duke and Duchess of Sussex out in the local communities in these United States of America supporting charities. Okay. It is important. It's very important. It's muy importante. No, my bad. I'm over here trying to speak Spanish. But seriously, it's very important that they are seen supporting local charities in California and just America in general. Okay. So I'm glad to see them out and about supporting local charities, supporting communities that they are a part of. Okay. Trust me, they get a lot of respect for that. They really, really do. I'm serious. They really do. So again, really, Prince Harry, he started off, right, his birthday month, supporting the local 1805 Live, okay? And he attended by himself. You know, our beautiful Duchess Meghan was not with him. And, you know, basically, if you look on Sussex.com, you know, it says yesterday, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, attended the annual 1805 Live fundraising event, which brings together the Santa Barbara community for a night of celebrating first responders throughout Santa Barbara County. Okay. And Prince Harry was there. Kevin Costner was there. I mean, there are all types of pictures of Prince Harry with Kevin Costner, Richard Marx. To be honest, I had no idea that Richard Marx was still around. But Prince Harry engaging and mingling with the first responders, that is so important. To see him engaging and having fun, cracking jokes with the first responders. And the reason why I say that is so important, because do you honestly think that first responders in California give a rip what royal reporters are saying about Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan? Do you think they care? Do you think they even know? Like, seriously. Okay? So important. They are building their brand. When they went to Colombia, right? Colombia, which we didn't get a chance to talk about. But they were building their brand internationally. So important. So important. And that Colombia trip was a success. It was a major success. Huge. Okay, seriously. They're establishing their foundation. Prince Harry is establishing and he is solidifying those military ties with the Invictus Games. I know I'm going all over the place, but that's how I do. That's how I do. I know I'm going all over the place. But seriously, remember in Colombia when Prince Harry met those veterans, those Colombian veterans that fought in the Korean War? That photo was huge. That moment was huge. I'm so serious. Okay? That Colombia trip was huge. It was a huge success for our Duchess Meghan to be engaging in meeting with and putting a spotlight on the Afro Colombians in Colombia, meeting with the women, the Afro women in Colombia. That was huge. Okay? I know I jumped. Special K Thoughts done jump. I done jumped from Prince Harry attending the 1805 Live to Colombia. I am so sorry. But I'm just talking. I'm just having a family chat with you guys because I just want to make sure that I highlight all of the wonderful things that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are doing. Can you guys still hear me? Because I don't want to be talking and you guys can't hear me. Okay. But I mean, seriously. Seriously. They are showing up and they're doing good work. Okay? I mean, internationally and here in the United States of America, which is internationally. I mean, you know, the United States of America is the world, right? We're a part of the world. So internationally. Okay, you guys can hear me. Okay. Huge. That Colombia trip was huge. And to see the children just gravitate towards Meghan, just run up to her and grab her hand. And the way Meghan knows how to engage with little kids that reach out to her. I mean, she just grabbed that little girl's hand and was like, yes, you can take a walk with me. No problem. Right? I mean, huge. And how about the salsa dancing? Oh my God. I'm talking about the Colombia trip because I didn't get a chance to talk about it because I hadn't been doing any podcasts. But that Colombia trip was huge. Okay. They solidified a relationship with Colombia, the VP of Colombia. They solidified a relationship with Team Colombia Invictus. And they solidify relationships with the indigenous people of Colombia. Huge. 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 And I believe they made some donations. One thing about our faves, if they're going to visit a country, when they visit a country, they're going to make some donations, right? They're going to make some donations. They're not going to come empty-handed. Okay, I believe that they donated drums, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, back to Prince Harry. Okay, back to Prince Harry. So again, September was his birthday month, and he started off working. One of the things that he did was the appearance at the 1805 Live. Right, he spoke, and I believe he gave out awards to first responders, which was awesome. Let's see. And you know, we're going to see those two, right? We're either going to see Meghan attend, or we're going to see Prince Harry attend, or they're both going to attend together. That the 1805 Live, they're going to support that every year. Okay. And then So, Prince Harry, busy, busy, busy. Show up, do good, right? Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, he attended the impactful Every Child Protected dinner hosted by the World Health Organization, WHO, under the leadership of Dr. Tedros. Ooh, I don't know. I know I can't say his name. Who is the Director General of the World Health Organization, right? And this is when he was in New York. Okay, he did his New York trip. So the New York trip, again, that happened in September. First thing Prince Harry did was he did the Diana Awards, right? He had a mental health summit where the winners of the Diana Awards, they engaged, they had a discussion about the mental health challenges that young people face, right? He gave the young people a platform, but it also gave the Diana Awards a platform. And then the Duke, during this New York trip, he attended, this dinner, which was hosted by the World Health Organization, right? And, Prince Harry, the Duke, he is proud of the global initiatives aimed at protecting children and emphasized the urgent need to address online safety. Okay, mental health, online safety. Okay, so that was awesome to see Prince Harry a part of that. I mean, he's surrounded by dignitaries, right? He's surrounded by dignitaries, and he's engaging with dignitaries for good, right? Again, huge spotlight on Prince Harry, as well as the Archwell Foundation, all right? So then, during that New York trip in September, during Prince Harry's birthday month, if you haven't been on Success.com, please make sure that you check out Success.com. I mean, my God, they have really upped their game with this website. I mean, seriously, they really honestly have. And that's what it's all about. I mean, when you start a new foundation, right, you're constantly readjusting, right? You're constantly resetting, readjusting, upgrading, right? And that's what they've been doing. That's what our faith has been doing. Guys, this is only 2024. Well, it's about to be 2025 real soon. But the Archwell Foundation started in 2020 during the height of COVID, right? And look how far this foundation has come. And look how much help and philanthropy that this foundation has done. I mean, in 4.5 short years, the Archwell Foundation has accomplished a lot. It really honestly has. But continuing on, Prince Harry's New York trip, celebrating Angola's leadership in the landmine clearance and conservation. Okay, the Halo Trust. Again, huge. Okay, huge. This is huge, guys. I can't express how huge this is. Okay, because I don't think here in America the Halo Trust is universally known. It's not. Okay, so again, Prince Harry, birthday month, right? Success.com. This afternoon, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, joined the Halo Trust to celebrate Angola's groundbreaking progress in landmine clearance and conservation. With the commitment to advocating for a mine-free world, the Duke's presence highlighted the country's exemplary leadership in transforming its landscape from one conflict to one of hope and recovery. Huge. Okay, so Prince Harry participated in that as well. Halo Trust. Okay, again, this New York trip Prince Harry took was huge. He was able to represent basically all of the charities that he represents and that he participates in. And what I loved about this was that Senator Chris Coons, I think he's a senator in Delaware, I'm not too sure, but he was a part of that as well. And he spoke very highly of Prince Harry. Okay. So moving on, I'm going to move on quickly. And then, of course, Africa Parks, right? Again, not that many Americans know about Africa Parks, right? Not that many. But Prince Harry was able to put Africa Parks on a global stage here in the United States of America, in New York. Okay. And then, of course, the big one, the Clinton Global Initiative. My God. That is huge. Okay. Clinton Global Initiative. I mean, to see Prince Harry on that stage speaking so eloquently. I mean, it just made me feel so good and so happy for him and so proud. Right? He is doing this on his own with the support of his wife, the Duchess of Sussex. Okay? I guess one of my point, I can't even talk. But what I'm saying is, what I'm getting at is that Prince Harry always had the ability to do this on his own. He did. He always had the ability, the smarts, the ambition, the drive, the knowledge, the charisma to do this. Okay? But his wife, the Duchess of Sussex, was the person that came into his life that convinced him that he can do this on his own. That's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm getting at. She saw it in him before his father did, before his brother did, even before his grandmother did. Okay? Actually, they probably saw it in him, but they didn't want to enhance it because they didn't want that to take the spotlight and take the shine off the heirs, right? But Meghan saw it. And she told him that, H, you're smart, you're ambitious, you're charismatic, you have the ambition, you have good ideas, you are a good speaker. But most importantly, H, you have the compassion. You have real compassion. You really do want to do good in this world. You really do want to have an impact in this world. That's the difference. Okay, that's the difference between Prince Harry and those other royals. Okay. But anyway, the Clinton Global Initiative. Huge, 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 huge for Prince Harry to be a part of that platform and to be on that stage by himself. Right? He was on the stage by himself for a minute. And his speech, what he said was just, it was awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I was just so happy for Harry. And again, the world sees it. Okay? The world sees it. Those dignitaries see it. Okay? And you think those dignitaries give a rat's ass about what those royal gossip hacks are saying about Prince Harry? Do you think these dignitaries really care that he has fallen out with his father and his brother? Do you think they really care? No. Nobody's paying attention to that. All right. Moving on. Let me see what you guys are talking about in the chat. Oh, yeah, I forgot. That Prince Harry does have a real job, right? He does have a real job. And didn't he do something recently with Better Up? All right, so moving on. And then, of course, after he left New York, he went on to Lesdo. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And while he was in New York, though, he did represent Travelista as well, which again was huge. And the reason why I say that was huge is because he was in New York, the biggest city in America. Okay. I don't know how well known Travelista is here in the United States. Okay. But I guarantee you, a lot more New Yorkers are aware of Travelist. Is it Travelist? It's Travelist, right? I don't know why I say Travelist. It's Travelist. Special K thoughts. God dang, girl. All right. So then after his, wait, let me make sure I didn't miss anything else that he did in New York. Let's see. We know that he did Travelist, and that's been around 5 years. I didn't realize it had been around that long. Okay, so to wrap up this New York trip, right? Let's go ahead and wrap it up. So again, I don't want to keep you guys too long because you guys already know all about this stuff, but I just want to talk about it because I like talking about our faves. So during his trip to New York, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, right? He engaged with pressing global issues, reaffirming his commitment to humanitarian efforts, online harms, and environmental conservation, right? That's what he did in New York, his birthday month. Okay. So Prince Harry passionately advocated for landmine clearance efforts at an event for Halo, emphasizing the urgent need for safe environments for communities worldwide, which is huge. Let's see. He also spoke on a panel for Africa Parks, where he engaged in vital conservations about wildlife conservation and the role of sustainable tourism in protecting natural habitat, which is huge, right? He did the Clinton Global Initiative. Prince Harry delivered powerful speech addressing pressing global challenge of online and social media harms, as well as the significance of youth empowerment. That was at the Clinton Global Initiative. Okay. His remarks underscore the necessity, I can't talk, of collective action, reminding us that our interconnected world requires unified efforts to create meaningful change. Okay. Online safety is huge. Okay. I even realize that sometimes social media affects my mental health because there just be so much negativity. It's like people just come at you all kinds of ways. And I'm not just talking about when I talk about Harry and Meghan, just anything. You know, I guarantee you I can go on my X page and just post something like Harris 2024. And as much hate messages I will get, it's just crazy. It makes no sense. It's really not that serious, right? Support who you want to support. All right. Black Queen, thank you. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Right? And then later on this trip, he joined Her Majesty the Queen, right? I don't even know how to say her name, but she is the Queen. Let's see. I might try to say her name, right? No, I'm not even going to try it. But she's a queen, right? At the gathering for, is it Lesdo? And together, alongside community leaders and advocates, the gathering discussed crucial topics focused on the recognition, protection of women and children as essential drivers of sustainable development, which is so important. That is so, so, so important. Um, and then later on, he joined Travelist for a celebration of their 5-year anniversary with remarks. He showcased his dedication to promoting sustainable travel practices, reaffirming the future of travel must prioritize sustainability to protect the natural beauty and cultural heritage of destinations we all visit. So, to wrap up his New York trip. Now, that's what you call a successful trip, business trip that had real impact, right? That's how you do it. Prince Harry is showing that he doesn't need the royal family to be able to give his charities a huge platform, right? So they can get attention and a huge spotlight. So more people globally, but especially here in the United States, are aware of the charities that he supports. So those charities can actually get more support in regards to funding. Because that's what it's really all about, right? As a Patreon or as somebody who's the CEO or whatever of a charity, right? You got to make sure that your charities are put on platforms, huge platforms, that give them a spotlight so people are aware of these charities and are aware of what these charities actually do. So these charities can secure huge financial funding. And that's exactly what he did in New York. Okay? That's what he did. That's what he did. He didn't need, Prince Harry didn't need, listen to me, listen to me. Prince Harry did not need the royal rota. Okay? He didn't need guidance from any royal staff. He didn't need guidance, permission, or ask, or tell, or inform King Corrupt. He didn't have to let his brother, Prince Slumlord, Big Willie, know what he's doing or get approval. Prince Harry did this on his own. He did the damn thing on his own with support from his wife, the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan. You know what's so interesting about those titles? Sometimes, actually not sometimes, but I do not wish, but I actually want King Corrupt and Prince Slumlord Big Willie to take those titles away. I do. Because at the end of the day, everybody knows Harry, everybody knows Meghan. And I guarantee you, all of the engagements that Prince Harry did in New York, and when Prince Harry participates in charities and fundraisers in Montecito in California, people don't think to themselves when they see him, oh, it's the Duke of Sussex. No, people don't think that. People see him, they think Prince Harry. Harry. Okay. Those titles are helping the royal family. That's why King Corrupt, he'll never take them. Never. And I understand it has to go through, I guess, Parliament and all that, but it'll never happen because King Corrupt and Prince William, they know that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are actually helping the royal family. And that's why King Corrupt and Calcula had no problems, no issues when Prince Harry and Meghan redid the whole Archwell website and added, made it success.com. I'm telling you, those titles help the royal family. I'm telling you, they do. Trust me, King Corrupt, he's happy. He's happy. Trust and believe King Corrupt. He'll never let Harry know that. He'll never let Harry know that. But he sits back and he's happy to a certain degree that his son, his baby son, his youngest son, is doing so well in the United States. Because overall, I shouldn't say overall, but unfortunately, there are still more than enough Americans that do see Prince Harry and that do see Meghan as royals. I mean, they are royals, but they're not, working royals. Actually, they are working royals. I mean, it's so confusing. Don't y'all get confused because at the end of the day, they are working royals, right? Prince Harry and Meghan are working royals. They're working. They're working. Prince Harry worked his whole month. He worked the whole month. His whole birthday month. He worked his whole birthday month. Look, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. What time is it? Oh, God. Okay. Check this out. Compare, and I know people don't like to do it, but I'm going to do it. Compare and contrast Prince Harry's New York trip to King Corrupt's Australian trip. And that's all you need to know. Right? Seriously. Seriously. Compare those two trips. Okay? That's all you need to know. Enough said. Enough said. Right? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. So that was September, right? He did a lot. And we all know in October he continued to do work, right? I mean, Prince Harry was just working. The Duchess is home taking care of the kids, which is understandable, right? You know what cracks me up about that situation is, it's okay. Hey, it's okay. It is okay because she is a mother, right? It's okay, right? Well, Mama Lena stays home with her kids, right? It's okay because she's a mother. It's okay for her to stay home with her kids and not be with Prince William when he takes trips. But when Meghan stays home to take care of her kids, make sure her kids go to school, make sure that her kids are safe, doing the mother thing with her kids, being a mother, I should say, to her kids. Oh, no. That's not okay. That's just absolutely not okay. No, that's not okay. No. Meghan didn't go with Harry because they're doing their own thing. They're going their separate ways. Yeah. When Meghan's not with Harry, it's because there's something going on in that marriage, right? There's something going on in that marriage, and they're doing their separate thing. You know, it's Obviously, it's a PR move. It's a PR move. It's a PR move. It's a PR move. But then when Meghan's with Harry, oh my God, why can't she leave Harry alone? Why is she always clinging on to Harry? I can't believe she's holding his hand. When Meghan is with Harry, she takes the spotlight away from him. He's always in the background. He is always in the background. And Meghan just takes over. She hogs up the spotlight. It's always about Meghan when Meghan is with Harry. It's always about her. She doesn't even let him talk. Oh. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. So, and then in October, we all know Prince Harry, he went to the Child Awards, which was awesome. And then, you know, he continued on. Let's see, what else did he do? So he did the Child Awards, and then of course he went to South Africa, right, to support the Sintobale charity, which was awesome. Awesome. And you know, I was thinking about the Sintobale charity, right? It is a charity. But I was thinking about Sintobale, right? Prince Harry started that when he was 19 years old. Right? 19 years old. And now he's 40. So that was huge. And you know, he did some things with Sintobale. And I love it when he hosts panels. I love it because I love to see him engage with different professionals and different dignitaries. Okay, because Prince Harry can hold his own. He can hold his own. That's how smart he is, you know, and that's how engaging he is, and that's how much knowledge that he has, and that's how much compassion that he has, you know. But while he was in Johannesburg, and that's a city. Is it a city or a town in South Africa that I would love to go to? Like, seriously, love to go to. But he hosted a panel. He attended a private panel discussion and dinner in Johannesburg, hosted by Sintobale, of course. The event brought together influential figures, including the chair, okay, Dr. Sophie. I'm not even going to try to even pronounce her name, but she has an MBE. A political advisor, and some key figures from leading corporate foundations. I mean, look at that. Look how he is just spreading his wings internationally. Seriously. Just spreading his wings internationally. Hosting panels. But I love it because he goes from one perspective to another perspective. And what I mean by that is he's hosting panels with young people. He's hosting panels with dignitaries. He's hosting panels with doctors, you know, and people who are key figures that hold influential, powerful positions in corporations internationally. Okay. All right. All right. So during that whole month of September, October, beginning of October, right? we weren't too sure if we were going to be able to see our favorite Duchess, right? We figured she was being a mom. You know, they have two small children. You know, Prince Archie's 5 and Lily is what, 3. I'm pretty sure Lily is probably in a pre-K um, program, right? She's probably in some pre-K daycare program. And we all know Prince Archie, he's in school. He's 5. He's probably in kindergarten. So, I mean, you know, if she can, it is important for her to stay home and be with the kids and take care of home while her man is out there doing work. You know, that's important. So we squatties, you know, hey, we give our Duchess grace. We're like, hey, you know, that's great that she's home taking care of the kids and taking care of home. And during one of those, well, I know when Prince Harry was in New York, um, one of the Diana Awards winners said that Prince Harry, before he got on stage, that he had called um, his wife and kids. That's a human moment, right? That's a human moment. So anyway, so again, I'm mumbling here, but we didn't think we were going to see our favorite Duchess, right? But then bam, our favorite Duchess, right? She shows up and shows out at the Children's Hospital gala awards ceremony. Okay, and that happened in April. And you know, she came on the red carpet. She had the red dress on, the same red dress that she wore previously, but I guess she took off the cape, whatever you would call that, right? She took that off, and she walked the red carpet, and yes, she attended the event. And it was just great to see Meghan. It was great to see Meghan out. I love the fact that her hair was semi curling, right? I mean, I would just love to see Meghan just bam, surprises, just bam, one time, wearing her hair in its natural state, right? Natural state. It's her hair. She can wear her hair however she wants. But it would be interesting. And I think it would be a beautiful thing to see her out, just bam, in her natural hair, right? No blowout, right? No blowout, no putting any type of hair conditioner in there, nothing. Just bam. I think this world will be on fire. I do. I think if she did that, this world would be on fire. People would be like, ah. But anyway, back to the Duchess at her parents'. So the Duchess of Sussex attended the Children's Hospital gala, an inspiring event dedicated to celebrating the exceptional services provided to children across LA. Invited as a special guest. Yes, she was invited as a special guest by President and CEO Paul Viviano. The Duchess was proud to stand alongside esteemed guests in support of this vital cause. Okay, and we all know Meghan's been supporting the Children's Hospital of LA for years. Okay, I mean, she was literally just out there a few months earlier, right? She went to the hospital and she visited children, and she actually read them books. So I mean, again, like I've said before, it's very important, but also it's very meaningful for people here in the United States, but especially in California, to see Prince Harry and to see Meghan supporting local charities in the communities and the surrounding communities that they live in. It's very important to see them doing that. And trust me, the people in California were well aware, okay? And I know that people in California, specifically Southern California, were well aware that Prince Harry was at the 1805 Live They were well aware that Duchess Meghan had visited the Children's Hospital of LA earlier and read the kids' books because it was all over the news. It was all over the local news. Okay, so it was a surprise to see her attend this event, but trust me, the majority of people in Southern California knew that she attended this event not for a PR stunt, but she attended this event because she does support the Children's Hospital of LA. Okay. So it was great to see Meghan, and it was great to see her engaging with kids, right? But most important, well, I shouldn't say most important. It was great to see her engage with the kids, right? It was great to see her engage with the nurses. Okay, I saw a lot of pictures of Meghan with the nurses. That was awesome. Okay, and people that were there told stories of how she was talking to the nurses. Okay, so that's great. That's awesome. All right, and then of course we all know World Mental Health Day, right? October, World Mental Health Day, and Prince Harry, still working. Okay, so in honor of World Mental Health Day, Prince Harry, he led a significant discussion with Jonathan. I don't know how to say his last name. He spells it Haidt. He's the author of the New York Times bestseller, The Anxious Generation. Okay, I read this book because this book is very important to me because my child is that generation. Okay, he is the ancient generation all day long. That is my child. Okay. He probably hears me and he's probably like, oh, mom, come on, mom, how you trying to play me like that, mom? How you trying to play me? What you trying to play me, mom? But he is. Okay. Focusing on the impact of social media, they explored how screens and devices affect the mental health of Generation Z and discuss actionable steps to address the rising mental health crisis among teens. Okay. So the vital conversation coincides with the release of the Archwell Foundation's second edition of the Archwell Foundation Insight Report. The report captures insights from ongoing sessions organized by the foundation, which facilitate intimate discussions aimed at deepening our understanding of how young people and parents navigate life in the digital age. Look, Prince Harry. Now, I know our girl Meghan is supposed to be coming out with a podcast, right? But man, I want Prince Harry to have a podcast so bad. You just don't understand, man. I'm telling you, his podcast would be great. It really would be. Because he is an excellent conversationalist. He really is. Meghan is too. Meghan, something about Meghan's voice, right, that draws you in. Right? But Prince Harry too. All right. All right. And then we all know our girl Meghan, she made another appearance, right? Meghan came out. She came outside again. Meghan was outside again. Hold on. And like I've already said, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but like I've already said, that it's important for people in California, people in the United States, period, to see Prince Harry and Meghan out and about in the community that they live in the community, in the surrounding communities, supporting charities, right? And that's what Meghan did. She came outside again and championing young girls. And in celebration of the International Day of the Girl, the Archwell Foundation, Archwell Foundation, they put the Archwell Foundation on the map, baby. And the Oprah Winfrey Charitable Foundation, remember, everybody said that Oprah had dumped Meghan and Harry. Anyway, announced their contributions to support a partnership between Girls Inc., Meghan, she's been supporting Girls Inc. for years, and Half the Story, aimed at providing digital awareness programming for young girls in underserved communities across America. Okay. This new educational initiative will equip girls with the essential tools to thrive in the digital age while fostering healthier, more balanced relationships with technology. Okay. And of course, there's just beautiful pictures of Meghan with the young ladies. If you please go on Sussex.com because they actually have a nice video, right? It's a really, really nice video. I want to play it, but then it's like, I don't know if I'm allowed to. I don't want to, YouTube say that, I get an email from YouTube saying there's a copyright violation, right? So, but go on the success.com and you'll see that nice video of the girls have the Girls Inc. t-shirts on, and Meghan, she's engaging with the girls, and that's Meghan, right? That has always been Meghan. She's always supported charities, supported initiatives that uplift young girls, teenagers, young women, because she feels it's important that they have a seat at the table, right? So, and she says it all the time that she's a feminist. So, again, Prince Harry and Meghan, what more can I say? They're showing up and they're doing good. And they obviously are building the Archwell Foundation, and they're being very successful at it. They really are. They're successful at it. Everything that they do, to me so far, has been a success. And if they do something that's not a success, that's okay, right? That's okay. It's okay to fail at something. It's okay when something doesn't work out, right? You learn from that. You learn from it. You look at it as a learning opportunity. You don't repeat the same mistakes, and you move on, right? All right. I just want to make sure you guys can still hear me. Yes. Please make sure that you do a thumbs up for the live podcast, because it's been a minute since I've done one, actually. All right. So, what time is it? Okay, hour and a half. All right. So, I don't want to spend too much time on these people. I really honestly don't. But we all know, right? We all know. I'm getting ready to go to my iPad here. But we all know the House of Windsor is on fire right now, right? It's on fire, guys. The House of Windsor is on fire. Right? And any UK squatties in the house? So for those of you who don't know, the House of Windsor is on fire. It is. Apparently, I guess it's Channel 4 out there in the UK, did an investigation on the House of Windsor. And when I say the House of Windsor, I'm talking about King Corrupt Chuck, and Prince William. Baldy Locks, will not. Now we're just going to call him Prince Slumlord Big Willie. I mean, we have so many names. I mean, we just be playing, right? We just be playing. They just pet names, right? They're just pet names. Right, squaddies? They're just pet names. King Corrupt Chuck, Sausage Fingers, Fred and Gladys, um, Baldy Locks. I like Baldy Locks. But anyway, Channel 4 did an investigation on King Charles and Prince William. Apparently, it has to do with, and I'm not well versed in this at all. I'm just not. But the dungeon of, let's see. What is it? The dungeon of, somebody help me out. There's two dungeons, right? Of course, you have the what is it? The Crown Estates, right? You have the Crown Estates, but there's two dungeons that are personally owned by King Corrupt and Prince Slumlord William. Okay. Thank you, Miss Lydia. Okay, so you have the dungeon of Lancaster, and is it Cornwall? Is that what it is? Right? Now, those two dungeons, I don't care how much they try to spend, those are personally owned by King Corrupt and Prince Slumlord William. But first of all, let's talk about Prince Slumlord William. So apparently, this investigation that Channel 4 did uncovered that Prince Slumlord William, Prince William, who claimed that it's his mission to end homelessness. That's his mission. Okay? When I first heard that Prince William wanted to end homelessness, I thought, God bless you, Prince William. God bless you. But anyway, so Channel 4 News, or I don't know if it's news, but Channel 4 out in the UK did this investigation. And they discovered that Prince Slumlord William, he rents royal rentals to over 600 tenants. And those rentals, well, actually, it's not funny. But those royal rentals, the people that are in them are living in mold and they're freezing. And the rent that they pay goes personally to Prince William's account. Okay. Then they discovered that the duchy of, what is it again? I'm sorry. Is it Lancaster? Okay. Lancaster in Cornwall, right? Which I believe now is Prince William owns that right now. Does he own both of those dungeons? Does anybody know? Does he own both of those? Right. And we're talking about huge, vast wealth here. Okay. We're talking millions. Okay. What it is it's like acres and acres and the thousands of land. Okay. That was stolen, basically stolen by the British royal family back in the 1300s, I think. Right. They stole that land. It's stolen land. Okay. That they own. So these dungeons, which I believe Prince William inherited from Prince Charles when he became king, right? So Prince Charles has been running these dungeons for 50-something years. But Prince William has had them, for maybe 2 years? What they're doing with the land is that they are renting, right, I guess, buildings that are on the land to the NHS and schools and the charities that they support, the military, and they're making millions. Millions. Okay? But they're not paying any taxes. They're not paying any taxes. They're not paying any corporate tax. They don't pay no taxes. Now, some people will argue, because I've seen it all over the internet, all these monarchists are arguing that, well, if they're renting out buildings, what's wrong with that? People don't see a conflict with that? Seriously. People don't see a conflict with that? King Charles is head of state. Prince William is constitutionally the heir that will be the next head of state. They own all these vast lands that they don't pay no corporate tax on. They don't pay any business tax on. They don't pay any inheritance tax on. But yet they're renting buildings on these lands to all these government entities. Right? But yet they're the head of state. Nobody sees a conflict with that? Maybe not. I think it's a huge conflict. But back to the tax part, though. They are making millions of dollars off of their subjects. And their subjects are paying them millions of dollars to perform royal duties. Their subjects are paying millions on top of millions on top of millions of dollars for them to do these tours, for them to get security, for King Charles to be head of state. I mean, it's like the royal family is literally taking money out of their subjects' mouths and their ass. You understand what I'm saying? It's like these government entities are paying them millions of dollars to rent these buildings on their land. And their subjects are paying them millions of dollars in regards to the sovereign grant for them to perform these royal duties. And the royal family pays absolutely no taxes. None. Zilch. None at all. And then on top of that, people who are renting these royal apartments, or just whatever they are living in mold and they're freezing. But y'all want to focus on Prince Harry and Meghan? But you still got people defending them. I don't know if they're real people or if they're Russian bots or whatever the case may be, but I kind of see it where people are defending them. I mean, hey, you know what? At the end of the day, if the UK and Australia and Canada, if y'all still want a royal family and you still want them to represent you and be head of your state, then please don't complain when stories like this come out. Please don't complain when it's approved that they get a 45 million pound raise. Right? Girl. Let me look into the chat, see what you guys are talking about. I mean, don't ever in your life, ever again refer to Meghan and Harry as grifters. I mean, how can that even come out your mouth? Like, seriously. Seriously. Who was it? Is it the NHS? They got a contract with the royal family renting a building for $11 million. The lease is like $11 million. That's pure money. No tax whatsoever. None. Again, I don't know if it's a bad thing that they're renting out buildings on their property. I don't know. That's what people who own land, right? That's what people who own land do. My thing is, I just kind of feel like it's a conflict because they are heads of state. You know what I mean? They're heads of state. That just seems like a lot of power to me, a lot of financial power. But the fact that they paid no tax, none. They paid no tax. They were renting buildings out to schools, and they paid no tax on that. The military. King Corrupt is the commander-in-chief. And he's renting out whatever he's doing with the military, charging the military money. They don't see no conflict with that. And not paying no taxes. And how about the charities? The story that's out about the charities, that they making money off the charities. But y'all haters, y'all Meghan haters, deranged, unhinged, psycho haters, harassing the Invictus Games. Sending them all kinds of letters and emailing them demanding to know who is paying for Meghan's clothes. See, it's all about projection, right? Projection, right? Projection. Trust me, more stuff's gonna come out. I'm telling you. And then on top of that, there's stuff that they're doing that they're not even disclosing. That they won't disclose. They're like, no, we're not disclosing that. You know. But if y'all want a monarchy like that, hey, I mean that's y'all business. But please stop acting like the royal family is this outstanding family that everybody should strive to be like. Please stop with the bullshit. That family is more corrupt than the damn mafia, okay? It's like they are a mafia. At the end of the day, they are. They're a mafia. They are a mafia, and they're slumlords. That's what they are. They are. Whoa. Please stop putting the royal family, King Corrupt, Cowchilla, Prince Slumlord Williams on this pedestal like they're the family that we should all strive to be. Like, stop. Just stop, man. Stop it. Just stop, because they're not. They are financially corrupt and they are morally corrupt. And if y'all want to continue to bow down to people like that, really it says more about you than it does them, doesn't it? There's something wrong with you mentally. Like, for real. But there's going to be more stuff that comes out. There's going to be more stuff that comes out. It's interesting. And you know what's interesting? What do you guys think? It's interesting that the Sunday Times, or is it the Sunday Times? Whatever it's called, did this investigation with the Daily Mirror. That's odd. Who did they piss off? Right? Like, who did they piss off? Because they really pissed somebody off. You know what I mean? They really, really pissed somebody off. But we all know Rebecca English, and who else? Roya Nicole, and who else is an ass liquor of the royal family? That's a royal so-called reporter. Who's another favorite of ours? Chris Ship, and who else? You guys know. The carnival so-called experts. They're going to defend them. And it's a shame, because if you're a part of the royal rota, you can't tell me that you didn't know. They didn't know what was going on, that they weren't aware of that stuff. Yeah. It just really proves that the royal rota, they are a PR piece for the royal family. They are. They are a PR piece for the royal family. They're a PR arm for the royal family. I hope this shit hits the United States. I really hope it does. I hope it does. Because what hit the United States was when King Charles got heckled in Australia. Okay? I guess, one of the senators who's indigenous. Her last name, I think it's Thorpe. When she heckled King Charles in Parliament, that hit the United States. That was on CNN every other hour. So hopefully this scandal, this financial corrupt scandal, hits the United States as well. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and read the chats. Not chats, some of the comments, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go so you guys can enjoy your Sunday. Let's see. Okay. Duchy of Cornwall. Okay, Duchy of Cornwall. Is it Cornwall? Okay. So Duchy of Lancaster and Duchy of Cornwall. So that's separate, because I see people who are defending them trying to incorporate that with the Crown Estates. Bitch, we all know that the Crown Estates, they don't know. We all know that's public property, bitch. Okay, we all know that. The sovereign grant that they get, they're supposed to use a part of that money to upkeep the Crown Estates, right? Okay. We're talking about the Duchy of Lancaster and Cornwall that they privately own, because some king or some prince back in the 1300s stole all that land. Okay? And when people say, hey, Yank, it's not your business, stay out of it. Bitch, it is my business. And the reason why it is my business is because the royal family, right, can't and won't leave Meghan, who's an American citizen, living over here in the United States, alone. When those royal rotas and those royal commentators stop harassing, okay, and stalking Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, then we'll stop talking about your corrupt royal family. You got royal reporters, you got royal psycho, unhinged reporters coming over here in the United States, flying to California, stalking Meghan. So, bitch, I'm going to talk about the royal family. And I'm going to continue to talk about them when you guys stop stalking Meghan, coming over here on these American shores, okay, going into restaurants and harassing good American citizens, asking them questions about Meghan. Okay? I mean, that is the most, what time is that? Keep on saying I'm going to let y'all go, but that is the most craziest shit ever. You got royal reporters. Who's Little Bo Peep? Little Bo Peep that works for the Sun. What's that guy's name? Oh, stuck up ass. He always look like he got to stick up his ass. What's that man's name? Is it Matt? He works for the Sun. I think it's Matt. Is it Wilkerson? Something like that. That dude actually flew all the way to California and stalked Harry and Meghan, hoping and praying that he would get information that they're getting a divorce. But yet, his favorite royal family is literally raping, literally financially raping their subjects. But he wants to bring his British ass over here to the United States and stop Meghan. And who was the other ass wife? Who was the other asshole? I can't even think of her name right now, but I think she works for the Daily Mail as well. Came to California, came to Montecito twice, stalking Meghan, and didn't find a damn thing. I mean, that's just, anyway, it's the Lord's Day. Let me stop. But yeah, that story, interesting. It's not going to stop. It's going to be interesting to see if the royal family is successful in squashing the stories, right? It's going to be interesting to see if they squash the stories, because trust me, they already done made all kinds of phone calls. Trust me. Rebecca English, Prince William done had her on the phone for about 6 hours, right? Instructing her how to write basically a romance novel about the royal family. Trust me, there's going to be all kinds of romance articles about Prince William. And then we all know, brace yourselves, because we all know there's going to be a fury of negative articles about Prince Harry and Meghan, right? But you know what I noticed? There are a lot of people outside of the Sussex squad who are saying that, who are actually posting that, right? Who are actually saying, oh Lord, here it comes. Get ready. There's going to be all kinds of negative articles about Meghan. There's going to be all kinds of negative articles about Prince Harry. So I think I love it when I see that. I love it when I see that non-squatties get it, right? It's great when we can just kind of sit back and relax and see non-squatties, people who see what's going on. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. There's going to be all kinds of, articles coming out how King Charles did an olive branch to Prince Harry and Meghan for them to come for Thanksgiving. Well, do you guys in the UK celebrate Thanksgiving? I don't think you guys do. But there's going to be all kinds of stories how King Charles did an olive branch to the Sussexes about them coming for Christmas. It's going to be all kinds of stuff. More, trust me, there's going to be more bullying articles coming about Meghan. Trust me, that's coming down the pike. They're going to try to do some scandal about Archwell Foundation or Travelese. We all know the playbook, right? We all know the royal playbook. But this scandal's too big. It's too big. I don't know if it's going to work this time. I don't know. But you know what? Our faves, I love what they're doing. They're keeping their head down and they're staying focused, right? They're staying focused. They're not paying attention to none of that, right? I'm pretty sure that they're in it, right? I'm pretty sure that they're in it. And the reason why I say that is they're probably getting all kinds of calls from their family, right? I wouldn't be surprised. Trust me, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be surprised because we at the end of the day we don't know everything, right? We don't know everything. Um, but we all know that King Corrupt, he's gangster with it. He's an OG with it when it comes to getting positive PR. And I wouldn't be surprised if he uses Harry to try to get positive PR. I wouldn't be surprised. But all of a sudden, King Charles calls Harry. All of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? King Charles ends up in Montecito, California. I would not be surprised. I'm telling you, I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be. Because that's what King Corrupt does. He's been doing that shit with Prince Harry ever since Prince Harry was a kid. All right, guys. I am going to go ahead and look through your comments. Let's see. Miss Lydia, thank you for the donation. Thank you, thank you. Miss Lydia says, Bravo Special K, I knew you would give this the proper read. They are discussing greedy people. Glad they are exposed. Me too. I'm glad. I'm really, really glad because it just goes to show that they are as they're I think they're more corrupt than we thought they were. You know, which is kind of scary. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna scroll up. Let's see. Miss Suzuki says, at the same time, they're getting money from the public. Unbelievable. That's what I'm saying, though. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm gonna make sure I don't mess up this volume. But that's what I'm saying. It's like the public is already paying taxes to support them, right? Through the Sovereign Grant. And yet, the public is also paying them money to rent buildings on their land, and they're not paying any taxes. It's like that is wild. Like for real, that is wild. The public pays taxes for them, but they don't pay taxes for the public. That's wild. Wow. All right. And then on top of that, the public is living rent, paying them rent, living in mold and freezing conditions. Yes. Faith says they even make money off their charities. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? That's why I was saying, like, these derangers are always questioning, what are Harry and Meghan doing with the money, with their charities, who's paying for Meghan's clothes. They always question, like, who was paying for their transportation and all that. But yet, here you have King Corrupt and Prince Slumlord William, who really do take money from their charities. They, mm. Black Queen says the poppycockery of it all. Amen. Yeah, they are real mafias. Faith says real mafias. Oh, I forgot about Richard Eden. I forgot about him. Oh, we all know he gonna figure out a way to blame Harry and Meghan. No, I didn't see that. H Night says, "Did you see that some idiots burned a voter's box, ruining several ballots?" Oh my God! Speaking of the royal family, over here in America, we got a lot of shit going on as well. I mean, this election coming up, Jesus, pray for America. That's all I got to say about that. Me too. That's the thing. So Miss September says, "I'm glad Harry and Meghan left to make their own money." Whew, at the end of the day, right? That was the best decision ever made. Best decision. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Um, Let me go ahead and plug this up because it looks like my battery is getting ready to go dead. Hold on. Sorry, I'm over here fooling around. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this podcast. For some reason, my thing isn't going in. All right, let me hurry up and go before my battery goes dead. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys joining me during this live podcast. I will try to do more since I have more time. Um, I'm sure we got a lot of stuff coming up positive in regards to the successes. So, in our personal lives, let's just continue to show up and do good. Okay, you guys ready? You guys ready for the rebel yell? Are you ready for the rebel yell? Man, I'm trying to get this together. Are you ready for the rebel yell, guys? Hey, Marshar, I see you. Thank you guys. Hey, Vonzola, nice to see you. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. I will try to do more podcasts when I have time. If I don't, please continue to support other pro success podcast. All right. All right. Let me go ahead and look at the camera. Are you guys ready to do the rebel yell? All right, before we do the Rebel Yell, you guys can follow me on my Instagram page, which is Meghan, Duchess of Advocacy. Of course, you can follow me here on YouTube. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You can also follow me on TikTok. I actually have a TikTok page. It's Special K Thoughts. That's starting to blow up a little bit. And of course, you can follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, and that is Meghan, Duchess of Advocacy. All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this live podcast. I am your girl, your host, Special K Thoughts, squatties all across the world, all across the land. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. Thanks for the continued support. Hey, and let's just all be there for each other. All right. You guys ready to do the rebel yell? Are you guys ready to do the rebel yell? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Continue to wear the SS on your chest because squatties, we are the best. All right, no bad energy. Continue to feed the chickens and stay safe. And don't forget to hydrate. All right, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you, guys. Love everybody. Bye.